see. It is okay. So yes, it is uploaded to GitHub now, as I see. Yeah. So that's okay. So so do you have any question, maybe some issues or problems with the tools or something like that, or anything about our first session? And do you have the pro subscription plan for Colab?
I'm just trying to do it. I managed to upload the TensorFlow, and I tried to Jupyter. They are working, but
yeah.
Do you have to open the Colab now?
Yeah, we are working on Colab today. Let me show you how you can just upgrade your Colab to.
I already did it. So
Pro. Okay. So if you have maybe if you did it, so that's okay. But if you want to know, you just go to the settings and Colab Pro, and I have the subscription plan. So that's just this. You go here and click a button that appears here and enter your banking account or your debit card or Visa card, something like that, and you're good to go. And every month, $10. Yeah, it costs you $10 every month per month. So yeah.
it is taking monthly, right? We can cancel it whenever we want.
Yeah, you can cancel it whenever you want. So yes, and they have a Pro Plus plan, and it costs around $50 per month. But it is they have just announced it. I think maybe they announced that 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe around 6 months, not more than that. And before that, there was just a free plan and pro plan for the Colab. And when we were using Colab, we could have 3 or 2 sessions simultaneously. But now, after the announcement of the Pro Plus plan, we have just we can just have 1 session at a time. So yeah, they are doing that. I guess they are doing that to charge us more. So it's 7 minutes, and maybe they cannot attend the class. I'm going to wait another 3 minutes, and we are going to start at 9:10. So let's wait another 3 minutes. So if others can join us.
I guess if you want to wait until 9:15, it's fine too.
Yeah, maybe 9:15. That's maybe okay.
Well, I have a question. When we open the Colab, I have a lot of things written, like instructions. How do I do just like a blank page? How do you start it? You're gonna explain this later? Or?
So, for example, you go to Colab, and it's something like this opens up, and you just click.
No, I didn't. That didn't open to me. Yeah, but I had to find this new notebook where it is, because I have like instruction how to enjoy your maximum on your Colab signature, a lot of things written, but I don't know where's the.
Your voice is a little inaudible, so I cannot hear you well.
Is it better? Is it better
please,
now?
I think. Please say what you were saying, and let's say it is better.
Okay, when I open Colab, I have just instructions on the screen inside the Google Colab Pro. I don't know where to open the new notebook.
So do you want to share your screen so I can see what's the problem? Maybe I can make you.
I found it. Sorry.
Okay.
And mine is written in. You will be able. No, you can just point me where to do it. But I just did it. I just went to File, Open, and it worked.
Okay. So.
Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do we have to upload those files somewhere? The ones that we downloaded?
Yes. You can just upload it to your Google Drive if you downloaded these files. You can just create a folder, for example, in your Google Drive. You can just create a new folder and upload it somewhere. And but if you want to, for example, name your folder, please don't have any spaces. For example, my folder, it is not acceptable. Please, instead of putting some spaces between the words, please put an underscore for every space. So for example, my folder, for example, second folder, for example, you should be, the name should be like this. You cannot have spaces between your words, because we are the Colab and the files and the codes are going to have some problems recognizing and working with that. So keep it in mind. And
how do I move to this? I just I duplicated the files, and then I don't have the opening with the move to. It's just blank.
Yeah, you have just copied this here, so you can just, for example, you can just move it to everywhere you want, and you right click on it, select those things you want, and go and move that to your folder, and do it on your Google Drive. So
yeah, but that's the thing. I can't. The move to is just, it's blank. It's not turned on. I don't know. So I just go Control C, Control V. Is work and work.
You can just download it and upload
Download
it
to
to
my
your
computer. Yeah, that's one thing that Drive is not very intelligent in this way, I think.
Yeah, and maybe you can, for some reason, you can just Google Drive for desktop, I think. If it is it, I cannot remember. There is a software, there is an application. You can access your files through your File Explorer on Windows. For example, here, I can just access my Google Drive through my Windows File Explorer. For example, I can go here, but that's okay to use the web browser. So let me see, we are now 6 people, okay. And we are going to wait another 3 minutes until 9:15, and after that we are going to start. So please, everyone, you just download these 3 files and upload it to your Google Drive. You can just download it and you can upload it to your Google Drive and place it in a folder. Create a new folder in your Google Drive and place and put these files in a folder, and the name of the folder should not contain any spaces. So after that, we can just start. So let's do that. We are going to, I am going to just give you a brief description of what a GAN is, or what a generative adversarial network is. There are the most basic form of a GAN is like two neural networks that are fighting each other, and they are competing each other, like for example an artist and a critic. So the artist makes some artworks and the critic criticize the artworks. So as you see yesterday, as you saw yesterday, we want to minimize the cost function and we want to minimize the loss score. But here we do not just to minimize a loss score. We don't need a single loss score because we have two neural networks that are fighting each other against each other. We want to balance their loss scores, their two loss scores, each one of them. So we should reach a point of a balance between those two networks. And again, is as the name is suggest, generative adversarial. It is doing it by adversary, so they are fighting each other. And the most basic form is like two neural networks. The first one we called discriminator, that discriminates and distinguish something. It is like a classifier, a binary classifier, distinguish the real ones and the fake ones. So, for example, let me have a blank page. Let me just, for example, paint. So, for example, the first network is going to be like this, or maybe just let's go to Miro. That's better, I think. And so okay. Miro boards are great tools for presenting ideas.
I love it. I use it all the time.
Yeah, I love it too. It is really great and easy to use. So um, I know what you you say. So GAN is like this. For example, this is the first network and this is the second network. Let me just color it the other way. And you know, if you are a teacher or a student, you can just subscribe to them and it is free. So the most of the features are going to be free in Miro for teachers and students. So that's another point to use Miro, and it is really great, very simple, very fast. So let me frame. Maybe let me. Okay. Frame it like custom. So generative. The most basic form of a generative adversarial networks is like this: a discriminator, okay, and a generator. So they are fighting each other most of the time, and they want to have a balance. And it is like this. So let me have another thing. The generator generates something. For example, it's going to generate an image. For example, a mountain here, sun, some, for example, clouds, something like that. And it will feed it. We will feed it through the discriminator. And the discriminator is like a classifier. You know, it's just a simple classifier. Let me just type it here. And So it is just a real simple classifier, and that just decides and that those images that came from the generator are just real or fake ones. And how does it do this? By just looking at the real data set. So we have, for example, data set here. Uh, data set. Our data set is here, and it looks through this. And this one, okay. So, and the fake ones or the generated images through this, for example, can we say like it is really small here, generated images. Or the fake images that came from the generator are going to be fed into the discriminator, and discriminator goes through the data set, the ground truths, our labels. We don't have real labels here because we just, it is like an unsupervised kind of machine learning algorithm. So there are no real labels. I just say it to make it easier to understand. So and it compares between them, it compares those two images and decide whether if the generated image is real or fake. And they just give each other such feedback, so they can optimize their weights and generate better images. The generator going to generate better images. So you can see the discriminator is like it is doing some simple task. It decides that it is a fake image or a real image. It's just doing something very easy and simple. But the generator is doing something very complicated, you know, because the first thing, the input to the generator network is like is a random network, is a random vector, a random noise. So we just input some random vector and random input to the generator, and generator is going to generate something randomly, you know, some noises, for example, like this. For example, if the first image is going to be like some dots or random lines, but and it is going to feed it to the discriminator, and discriminators will say that no, it is not real because I looked at the data set and it doesn't seem like it is a real one. So you should be better at generating new images. And the generator goes and produces and makes better images, and this loop is going to continue, and it is going to uh, continue for whatever iteration or we want. For example, 10,000 iterations or maybe more. And it is the basic form of uh, a generative adversarial network, or in short, GAN. So what we are going to do here is a kind of GAN. So it is a subset of the GAN. GAN network or GANs were introduced in 2014 by Ian Goodfellow, if I can, Goodfellow. So he is like a father to the GANs, this person, and he's, I think, I don't know, maybe I think he's working at, yeah, at Apple. He's working at Apple now, and this person introduces GAN and generative adversarial networks in 2014, and after that the field goes through some real breakthroughs. This field of study, that deep generative generative learning goes through some breakthroughs. Before GANs, before the introduction and announcement of GANs, we have some generative algorithms, like, for example, variational autoencoders or autoencoders. So, but they have some problems. They had some problems, like they cannot be scaled, or they cannot do something simultaneously. They should be do the operations successive, step by step. But GANs are not that limited, so they just broaden the horizon of this field. And we are going to work with StyleGAN 2. StyleGAN 2, it was introduced by, it was released by NVIDIA corporations, I think in 2019. Uh, and uh, let me show you what it was trained on. And the data set was the data set of faces, of people's faces, as you see here, this kid's face, and there were lots of faces. So this network was trained on a data set of portraits of people, different ages, different races, different maybe male and females, everything. So it was a diverse kind of um, data set. So you can see these people, they are the generated images by StyleGAN. They are not real people. There is a website that this person does not exist. Let me just send you here. This website is going to be like this. You see, as every time I reload the web page, uh, it's going to generate some new image, as you see here. But it has sometimes there we can see some flaws or some problems in the image, like here, for example, her hair is cut off, or her neck is a little weird here, or her ear, or this part of the image, this part of the image. It is because of the randomness, or this part, as you see, this part. It is because of the randomness, or that random vector I said that we input to the, we give it the network as an input. So it's because of that, because it's at first it was some random noise, some random dots, some random pixels uh, that was meaningless. But after a thousand maybe, or 10,000 maybe of iterations, maybe more, maybe 3,000, 50,000 of iterations, it got better and can generate faces like this. Most of the time they are good enough to uh, say that it looks like a real person. But sometimes, as I showed you in these examples, for example here, there are some deficiencies and some flaws, but it is okay, because we can generate like lots of images. It is infinite after the network is trained, and you can just explore its latent space, as we called it, the latent space. So you see, the images, these people don't exist, they are not real, but they look real. It looks like real people. And let me show you another thing. As you see here, for example, um, you see, they are changing, and they are just interpolating. The network is interpolating between images, and we cannot distinguish that if they are real or not. You can see this is not just faces of people, so we can just have any kind of data set. We can, as we are going to do, I gathered a very small data set of 556, I think, images of different facades of buildings. It is not very consistent, and because I wanted you to do this yourself. Uh, I wanted you to just show how to do it, and after this session, you are going to maybe use my my data set or my pre-trained network, or you are going to just collect your images and put it into a folder and make a data set out of it. But 500 images are not really enough, but you should maybe 1,000 or more is okay, but we are going to do the data augmentation and makes it enough and makes it enough in terms of quantity. So you see the data set and the images are not consistent. For example, this is a 4-floor building, 4-story building, but this is a 2-story building, and the camera of the image is different. The first one is like an orthogonal image, but the second one is like a perspective. So you see the images are very different in terms of angles, colors, facades, height, everything, and even resolution. So, but we are going to work with this, and I'm going to show how to just do this. For example, the image of this, the dimension of this image is 1,050 500 by 1,000 pixels, and another image, for example, this one, you can see that it is 1,550 47 and 1,000 pixels. So they are different. Every one of them is different. But let's go to how to train a network. First, we are going to train the network, and after that, we are going to have interpolations, or we are going to explore its latent space. So we are going to generate images. We first train a network. After that, we want to have inferences from that network. We want to have to explore its latent space. We want to use it, not just train it. So, you know, you can, and please do this with me. So maybe sometime you have some questions. It's better to do it with me and together rather than just maybe watching what I'm doing. So you can just go to Colab and put your codes, put your files in a folder in Google Drive, and after that you just click on the file and it will be here. You are going to be here. After that, you are going to be like this. You are going to sign in. So I'm going to sign into my account, and so I'm going to do this and copy this code and paste it here. Okay. So the first step is going to.
What is the code that you copied?
The code is something. If you just run this cell, some link is going to appear. If you click on the link, you are going to just sign into your account. After that, a code like this is going to appear on your screen, on the screen of your PC. You have to copy this and paste it.
Okay, wait. Slow down, please. Slow a little bit. We have to write from Google Colab import drive and then drive.mount content drive. Is that it?
Yeah.
And then the name of the drive. I never did this, so I don't know how to start. Sorry.
So if
sorry, just a moment, okay, please. It is asking access to my Google account, so I'm allowing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to write drive.mount and then the name of the drive. What is the, or exactly what is written there? Content drive?
Yes. If you want, do you have any issues with the code? Is there some problem or not? I
don't know. I just opened the Google Colab and then I have this blank page with the notebook, and I never did this before. So I don't know
I
how
think,
to start. It's just this.
yeah, you should just open the file that I have provided here. Did you open this file? Did you download it and upload it to your Google Drive? And
Yeah,
then after that,
so I have to open the style again to deep architecture. That it's on my Google Drive on file. So I have just to double click it and open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was doing from scratch.
Sorry, Muhammad.
Yeah.
Can you do it like from the first? How did you open Colab? I mean, like, because also for me, I didn't do like I didn't know how to open Colab. So from where like I have to open the Colab windows?
Okay, sure. I will go through the first step.
Thank
so yes, and you can just these three files, you can just download them, Zivar, and upload it to your Google Drive in the first place. So after that, you just have.
I did it already.
Okay, so that's good. And just click on Style Gantt Diff Architecture file. You just double click on it, and it will go. It will open Colab itself. So you don't have to do anything. Just click on it. So did you do this?
It seems for me, I mean, the Colab, it didn't download anyway. So I mean, I download Anaconda, but the Colab, maybe it has problem for me. For that reason, it didn't download. So maybe I wouldn't like now wasting the time. I will follow it later, and maybe like you just let me know how to download it. Because I mean, I tried to download it several times, and every time it gave me an error.
So you cannot download the file. You say you are telling this, yeah? You're saying that you cannot download the file.
I am opening now this file which you said about it, but it doesn't give me anything because I mean it seems the Colab it didn't download.
Okay, so you can just open with okay, so you can just right click on the file if the Colab doesn't appear and select connect more apps. After that, you see a window appears, and the internet is really slow now, but it should be a search window or something like that. You can just find Google Colab or search for Colab in here. For example, search apps Colab. Collaborative, it will suggest it, and you can just install it through that. So just click on it and it will be installed on your Google Drive. Yeah, that will do the trick.
Okay.
So is it okay now?
Yeah, I'm doing now these things, but also like now it's stucking a little bit, but yeah, it's fine. I will follow it. Thank you.
Okay, sure. So if any of you have this problem, please just do this as I told Zivar. Just connect more apps, and after that search for Colab in here, Colab, and it will just show up here. It will just show up here, and you can just double click on it and it will be installed. After that, if you double click on the file as this, the Colab will start, and you can just start working with Colab. If you just click connect button here, it will try to start Colab and give you appropriate resources. Like you can see, for example, what kind of GPU you have now. And this one, for example, if I NVIDIA SMI, I think it was. I cannot remember the exact. Let me just check what was it. For example, or I have this somewhere in files too. Yeah, I have in the codes, in some parts of the code. I have just, yes, this is it. There was no space between them. So you can just type exclamation mark NVIDIA dash SMI, and after that run the cell, and it will tell you what kind of GPU you are using. I am using a Tesla T4. The Colab allows me and connects me to a Tesla T4 GPU. So it has around 60 gigabytes of graphical memory. So that's fine. And
how do you open that line to write that thing?
yeah, you can just, for example, you can just if you go somewhere like that, you can just press code, or you can just
Okay.
yeah, press the button B or button A. If you press
Okay.
button B, a cell will appear under your
Okay,
your
I press
cell.
code, it open up. So what do you
Yeah,
have to
okay.
write on it?
You can just write exclamation mark NVIDIA dash SMI. I will send it through the chat box. So you can just copy it and paste it there and run the cell, and you will see what kind of GPU Colab is using now. So
Okay, we are just checking our GPU use, right?
yeah, that's just
okay.
checking the GPU. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so after that, I'm going to connect my Google Drive to my Colab. So syncing Google Drive to my Colab is like this. So this will appear, and I will click on my account that I want to use. In this case, I want to use this account, and I just hit and press sign in. After that, I copy.
Sorry, wait, you're going too fast, and then we cannot see the steps that you're making. Sorry. How did you get to that?
Okay. Okay, I will do it once more again, and I just run this cell. As you see, the cell is running now.
Okay, so we have to run the cell. Wait, we have to run the cell 1.
Yes.
Okay.
And after that, you just click on this link, and on this hyperlink, you are going to click it. I click that, and something will show up like this. You should choose your account, whatever account you want. I want to choose this one because I'm going to work on this account. So you should just choose an account, a Google account. So after that, you are going to scroll down and press sign in here. Okay, it is like that. You just press sign in.
Yeah, but I run the cell, and it's doing nothing, just running. Nothing's coming up.
Oh, so maybe your connection or something has a problem. Can you?
I have many accounts. I have many accounts. One account for each class that I teach. So I don't know if it's like trying to open all of them.
Maybe I can maybe I can make you a house so I can see your screen. Yeah, you can share your screen now.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Do you see my screen?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yeah.
You know, just click on that arrow over
Yes.
a little. Yes, this arrow. And
Okay.
you can see now. Yes.
Sorry about this. And this 0. Oh, see, I have too many. So I just pick the one that I want.
So pick the one, yeah, and sign in, and
then
copy this code. Yeah, copy this code. Yes.
And
go there and paste it there. Yes.
And then enter. Yeah.
Yes. Press enter. Yes.
Mohammed, it didn't ask for an authorization code, but it's saying that the drive already mounted at my drive.
So that's fine. That's okay.
Okay, okay, no problem then. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I am happy.
So I'm going to
sorry
sign
about
in.
all this. You have to be very patient.
No, that's okay. You should know what we are doing. So that's okay. So I'm going to do this, and I copy this. So let me show you what's going on. If you see this this little thing here, if I click on this, it will pop up.
Share, you have to share your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Stop sharing mine.
But
Yeah,
you are not
can
host right now.
Yes, Angelica, can you make me a host? Because I made you a host.
I use Microsoft Teams and I'm really zero on this one.
You can just go to the participants section and go over my name and press more, and maybe
make host. Yeah.
Yeah, make host.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So after that, you can access your files through here. If you press this button here at the left side of your screen, it will show you some menu like this. If you click here and My Drive, you are going to see all the folders and all the files on your Google Drive. You see, these are the files and the folders on my Google Drive. As for example, here, I'm going to my drive, and this is the deep architecture of our workshop, and here, and this is deep architecture. You see, I can access the files and folders through that menu there. So another thing that I should tell you, if you just click these arrows, it will pop up and it will just hide and unhide the contents. You see, it is just like an organizer. Sometimes I just did it on purpose because there are lots of, for example, you see here, there are lots of code cells, but I didn't want you to be confused because we are going to do it step by step. So after that we mounted and we synced our Google account, just run this cell under the libraries section, run this cell, and it's okay. Just run it. So sorry. And after that, we have the second part of this notebook, and that is the pre-processing data.
It just went all red.
Sorry, did I open the wrong thing? I opened, okay, sorry, inferences. I opened the wrong file. Sorry, so sorry.
This I run the image and it's just like exclamation point and red.
Let's
file not found.
What is not found? Let
file
please wait
not
a moment.
Found.
So yeah,
okay.
I can make you a co-host so we can share the screen. Yes. Let me just make all of you co-hosts. So every time there was a problem, we can just share a screen and see. Okay, in the navigation, account management. Sign it present the portal. Okay, let me, it will take a little time. Okay. So um, Let's. I'm not sure.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess I run the not the correct cell, maybe the cell after it. You have to run
So
the cell, they have libraries, important installing libraries. I run the other cell first. That's the number 2 cell. So should I just run the one before, and then it's gonna
yes,
fix
you
it?
should just run this.
Okay.
Did you run this?
I ran. Okay, I ran the first one, and then should I run the next one again? No,
Okay.
it's not. Okay. The type 2.1 resizing image is not. That's the one with the error. In the TensorFlow version, it ran okay. So it's like
So,
checked with green, but then the
okay, if it is checked
2.1,
green, it is
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So we can go to the pre-processing data phase. Okay.
That's the one that I made a mistake and run it, and then it's all red now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So after that, because as you see here, I can just do this and this because we have different images. For example, in our data set, in my data set, maybe you want to use another data set. For example, some of you maybe want to gather a data set of plan drawings, for example, plan drawings of some high-rise buildings or something like that. Plan drawings. Okay. For example, you want to collect some data set of plan drawings, or maybe as I did some exterior or building facades. I just collected those images through ArcDaily website. So you see, I just went to ArcDaily. For example, I wanted just residential kind of projects, and downloaded the appropriate or just those images that I wanted. So after that, I put those images inside a folder like this, this folder, and it is 556 images of different facades. You see, for example, this one, everything. So you can maybe you can gather your images, or you can just use these images. And I have uploaded them to Google Drive, as you see here, under Colab, under this folder, Colab SG2 ADA and StyleGAN2 ADA and datasets in this folder. So
That's why I have red, because it's looking for your folder and it says that it didn't find it. So
yes,
it's moving to my drive, deep architecture using AI, blah, 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 blah.
yes, you just have to gather your data set or just use mine. I have added you to my my folder. You can access it. Do you have access to this?
Wait, where is it? It's on your deep architecture folder, and when where more AI
Yes.
skills. What?
After,
Can you go back a little?
yes.
StyleGAN 2? Yeah.
Yes, in deep architecture, in Colab SG2 ADA, in this folder. So you click this and StyleGAN2 ADA. So after that, you click this one. Yeah. And
what we do with this data set? Download it and upload it to our other folder.
Okay, and you just click the datasets folder, and I have put all those images inside this houses, apartments, modern. So the images are here, you see, and all of the images are here, and I have renamed them as you see here. So what we are going to do is this. How should we just set the directory or the path to the to the images in this case? I just go through this menu, and I just go to Colab SG2 ADA because my data set is placed here. You see, Colab SG2 ADA and StyleGAN2 ADA and data sets. After that, houses, apartments, modern.
But
And
that's
I just,
sorry, that's your drive. I have
We
to,
should, we have to download it. We have to download those
Yeah.
data sets also, right?
I have to download it and upload it to our file in our drive. That's it.
yes,
So, okay, just please wait.
you can, maybe you can just do this. For example, because I have added you to my Google Drive, you can just go to your Google Drive, for example, datasets, and let me get a little back here. Okay. And in your shared with me in this part of your Google Drive, this will appear. This folder has appeared. You can just click this, and you can just click on Add Shortcut to Drive, and add a shortcut to your Google Drive. You just don't have to download it. So you can just add a shortcut. You know.
Okay, wait, which one you have to do that? The deep architecture or?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can just click and just add the shortcut of deep architecture, the whole folder, the main
Okay.
root folder. Yes.
To where my drive? Yeah.
Yeah, to your Google Drive. So that's
Okay.
fine. That will do the job. And after that, because it is now on your Google Drive, you should go here and you should just locate where the folder where you have put it on your Google Drive. So in my case, it is on this folder. You see, it is on this folder. The data set is on this folder. This folder. You should just locate it on your machine, on your Google Drive. Did you do that?
No, it doesn't show up.
Let me just remote control. Okay. Let me make you a host for one more time.
Wait,
And
just wait a second. That I think I'm doing just one second.
okay.
Okay, I managed to do it. So it's
okay.
So after we find it, what do we have to do? We just have to style the ADA.
Yes, go to Colab SG2 ADA. After that, StyleGAN2 ADA and datasets folder, and locate houses, apartments, modern folder, this folder. And just right click on it and copy the path. Copy the path here and just put it here. Let me move the zoom controls. Okay. And just copy it to here and paste it. Paste it here. It is going to be something like this. And resize output path. For the resize output path, I want that to be the same folder. You can just change it to another folder, but it is not necessary. It's better to be in the same folder. So you should just copy the same path to here. And there is another parameter, or as they called it in Colab, form field. There is a form field here that asks you for resize resolution, and I set it as 1024. So it is 1024 for you too. So you don't have to change this. After you just put all the paths and directories inside the fields here, you just have to run the cell. So it will go through all the files in a folder and resize all the images into 1024 pixels. You see, it will be resized to 1024 pixels.
It's doing it. Let's hope
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah,
right.
it will take a little time. So when it is
It's
done,
useful
when it is done,
for architecture in general, no?
yeah. After the pre-processing phase, because the pre-processing is like resizing the images, renaming the files, mode conversion. For example, mode conversion is like, do we want it as RGB images or CMYK images or some other kinds? Let me see, RGB, CMYK, RGBA, LAB, every kind of image mode, or maybe converting the extension of the file to JPEG. Some of the images are PNG file formats, you know, but we want them to be JPEG files because they need less storage space. So let me just do it and do it. And after all of these parts, after augmentation, verifying images, and after that, we reach some part that we are ready to train our model. So, you know, for training a model, as I said earlier in our last session yesterday, we need to pre-process the data because we cannot just input the data, input the images as they are into a network. The network cannot know and cannot recognize an image as we see an image. It should be in binary format, in floating numbers. They should be in that format. So did you do the resizing part?
Yeah, it's just so the it says that I'm not using the GPU. That's fine. No, it's just as
Okay,
appeared a message.
if it says that, you can just go to runtime tab. Are you using Colab Pro?
Yeah.
Okay, so go to runtime and change runtime type. Click on change
Wait.
runtime type. Okay.
Change the environment
Runtime.
of runtime because it's Portuguese one. Just to say.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's the one top. Okay, so
Okay.
it says like a GPU.
Yes.
And
in hardware
yeah.
accelerator, choose GPU.
Yeah, but it's
and
already the
it's runtime high RAM. So after that, you save.
It's just like that. I don't know why you just said a message.
So
there's a red on the recycling images. Oh,
So
no, the
can you-
screen. Sorry, it worked. Sorry. It
okay,
changed.
that's okay. So
When I
let's
think
go
it's
to
It is still
let's go to
turning. It's not.
next part.
Well, it is still turning.
Oh, is there any problem, Aishigul?
Yes. Well,
With
it's
what
not
part?
working. It is still turning, and also I checked out the GPU. It's right,
Okay.
and it is saying it's not able to save. Also, this file has been updated in somewhere else. Okay.
So let me maybe see your screen so I can know what's the problem. Let me make you a host.
It just did it, Mohammed. Okay, I saw the green check on the left side.
Okay,
Okay,
so
it just did it.
okay.
Okay.
So after the resizing part, because I said that the images, that's why we did the resizing, or let me go there. Because the dimension of the images, as you see here, are different. For example, this is the dimension of this image, and if I check the dimension for this image, it is going to be like this, you see. But we want but a stylegan can accept only a specific resolutions. For example, 256 or 520, sorry, 512 or 1014, as you see here, for example. Let me write it. 26 by 256 by 256, or 520 by 520, or 1024 by 1024. So it can just accept that kind of images. So that's why we are resizing the images to a specific kind of size. So after that, uh, you see here, let me show you the initial names of the images. So sometimes it will make some problems for us. You see, for example, FH apartment T01 AG 8976 doghouse PH. So they are not what we want. So we want to just rename the files, you know. So after that, you just go to that data set that you have resized, and you just copy the path and paste it here. So after
The
that,
same path as before?
yes, the same path, because we are going to work on the same images and we want to rename them into appropriate files. So you can just press this and it will just go through all the images, and that's it. It took just 1 second to run this, so that's okay.
Okay, it worked for me.
Yeah, and after that, some images are, for example, in this case, some images are JPEG, and some of them maybe are PNG. If we looked for, we will see some PNG files, but we want all of them to be JPEG. So this, and this time the same folder pass here, just copy that pass to here and just run it.
There's a problem with me.
Yeah, it is going to take a little time because it will converting all the images as you see here.
Yeah, it's doing.
Okay, it was
Yeah,
frozen.
it is going to take a little time.
Okay, we're just converting it to JPEG, right? We are copying and pasting again the path.
Yes.
Okay.
It is just converting the mode of the image. So yeah, that's it. And as you see, it is going through all the files in the folder and just doing the resizing and converting the mode or mode conversion. So, and if there is some PNG, as we see here, some of them are PNG, it will make them into JPEG files. So you see it, and it will remove it. Yeah.
I have a question. Since we're working through your drive file, okay, and it is converting the PNGs to JPEGs, is it, you know, isn't it saving this to any other file? I couldn't get
No. Yes, it will make another file, but remove the first file after it will make the file. So that's like it. Yeah. As you see here, it will create a file that is JPEG. And
so in your drive there will be multiple files.
Remove it. No, it is not going to be in my drive. Maybe let me check it. No, that's okay, because I have some spaces and you can just do it. So yes. And after it, because I have removed some file, this error is because of that. So it's fine. You should not be worried about this. If
mine work everything, just check green.
Okay, I said yeah, because I have done it once before, and now the error is because of that. So this is no problem because I have done it before, you know. And after that, you just have to paste the folder, the path to here, the same path, and just run this, and it will convert its mode to RGB. We want to make sure the images are in RGB mode. You know, some images maybe are CMYK mode.
Okay, that was fast.
Yes.
Just to do.
So I think it takes a little time, but not too much. I don't want to run it. You can just run it and try it.
Mine was fast. Yeah.
Yes. So is it done?
Yes.
Okay. So do you remember I have talked about data augmentation last session?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So for example, we rotate the images randomly a little bit, or we skew them, or we flip them horizontally or vertically, some kind of like that. We called it augmentation. So you just copy the same path here into this part and just run this cell. It will take a little more time, like a couple of minutes, I think, for example, 2 or 3 minutes. And after that, because you see, I said I write here 2,500 samples, and I told you earlier that we have just 500 images. You see, we have just 500 images, but 500 images is not enough. It is very few images. So we want more images. That's why we augment the data. For example, we augment it to 2,500 images. You can just maybe make it 5,000, but around this is okay, because we don't have many images. Maybe some of them are going to be very similar. So this this number is okay. So just run this code, run this cell, and let's see when it is finished.
Mohammed, the RGB conversion is not working in mine. It is saying file not found error.
So is there any error with mode conversion part?
Yes, I have mode conversion
So
error. It is saying file not found error.
Okay. Okay, let me make you a host, and you can share your screen so I can see what's going on. Okay. So please share your screen. So error number 2, no such file or folder. So is it okay? Okay, so I think go down, please scroll down. What's a little convert mode? Let's okay, let's wait so I can investigate in my screen what's going on in number 77. And before that, prefix. There are no such file or directory. Are you sure that you have done it correct? Let me run this on my file, on my so there is no problem. Maybe yes. So let me go to Discord, and I will send you a piece of the code to that. Go down, please. Scroll down, mode conversion, and scroll up. Scroll up. There was some error in Go up, please, a little bit. So no file or such file or directory. So you see, you have to just let me go through the deep architecture, and after that, and this one, and data sets. Let me just check what's going on here. It seems weird because I don't get this error, and this is a little bit weird. So yes, I know what's going on here. Can you make me a co-host so I can share my screen and tell you what's going on? Because you know there is 2 redundant folders. You should just delete them. And so okay, I'm a host now, and okay, so can you see my screen now?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay, so go to the dataset folder, as you see under StyleGAN Ada2 datasets folder, and go to houses apartment modern, this folder. You see that we have some files and 2 folders. Just please delete these 2 folders. I don't want to delete this because I want to work on it, but you are doing it for the first time. You should just delete these 2.
Sorry, mine is working. Everything. Should I do this too? No.
If it is working for you, you have not to do this.
Okay.
If it is not working, you just
Yeah,
just,
it's running. Still running the last
Mohammed,
thing.
Mohammed, if I delete those, wouldn't it be deleted from your folder also? This is your folder. This is the shared folder.
Yeah. Just I can just do it. It is fine because that's not a problem for me. I can just put it also here, so you can just delete it.
Okay, I deleted it. Okay.
So if you deleted that, so that's okay. Yeah, you see this is deleted. And the problem, you know, what's the problem? Because all of us are working on my folder, and when one of you is I think that Angelica did it first, and the folders were created.
Sorry.
Yes. No,
now it ran
that's not
red.
the problem. Yeah,
It's
okay.
finished,
No.
but it's red now. It
Yeah,
finished running, but
okay.
it shows red.
Yeah, I know. You know, those folders are created every time this code is executed. So the best way to execute these codes is that you should download the dataset and put it on your Google Drive, because of these folders are going to be on my Google Drive too, as you see. So if you have access to internet, or you have access to higher speed internet, you can just download the data set, and maybe we can wait for a couple of minutes. So you can just download the data set here, go here and click on this folder and just hit download.
Okay,
so
I have already tried it before. It's not downloading some of the files, Mohammed. I have been trying it from the beginning. The 3 files that you told us, there wasn't any problem to downloading those. But oh yeah, it started again.
Okay, but I didn't do it. So where is this file again? Sorry.
Yes, let me just first make you commentators, and you can download the file, because okay, so that's okay. So you can just go to datasets folder under StyleGAN2 ADA. So
okay, I sent the link of the folder if it will work.
Sorry, inside deep architecture using AI, where is it? I missed.
Yes, let me. So we go from the first step inside deep architecture. Go to Colab SG2 ADA.
Yes. StyleGAN 88.
and yes, StyleGAN to ADA, and after that, click on datasets. Go through
Okay.
that folder.
And
Yes.
and download the houses, apartments, modern.
Yes, download the house apartment. You can just right click down the house apartment.
Yeah, it's downloaded.
Yes.
And then I
Okay.
have to upload it to the drive that I
Yes. Yes.
Mohammed,
You can
the
just,
files are
yeah.
duplicated in the folder.
Yeah, because this is why we are working. This is why, because you were working on my Google Drive, so it is good to work on this one, and you should just download it. Or maybe I can just send you a link to my data set. Yeah, I can just
it
upload.
downloaded. I have to unzip it, right? Because downloaded, zip it.
Yes, just don't download it. I will send you the initial data set. So, okay. I will go through this and I will share it with you in a couple of minutes. So please be patient with me. Initial data set. Do you see this? No. So it is not showing here. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to do this the other way. So and let me just copy it. Okay, it is going to be uploaded, so it will take a little time. Let me see how much it is taking. A lot of time. So let me just check what's happened here. What's happening here? Okay. So we have, okay, yeah, we have duplicate images. So let me just delete that and I will copy it and send you a link and date. So in first place, it was better to do this way because there weren't any problems.
To be clear, I have already downloaded the file dataset from your folder, and I am trying to upload it to my drive.
It has.
Should I cancel it? And
Yes.
should I?
Yeah, yes, cancel it because it has some duplicate images. Because yes, we are working on the same data set simultaneously, all of us, and that's the problem.
Okay, since it is taking time, I will be back in 2 minutes. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can go to have our break time, for example, for 30 minutes. So I can just make the data set okay, and I will send you a link. And after that, we are going to continue. Is it okay for everyone?
Great.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Great,
No problem.
great.
Okay.
Okay, thanks,
So,
Mohammed.
Yeah, sure. We are going to have a 30 minutes break time. So please